Warning, the following video contains spoilers, but just keep watching. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Derek Ruby Show. I am your host, the previously mentioned Mr. Ruby, and today is October 1st, and as we continue our Halloween month here on the Derek Ruby Show, we're going to talk about It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. So the movie starts off with Linus and Lucy going to the pumpkin patch to get a pumpkin to carve up for Halloween. Lucy, being the wonderful sister she is, makes her brother pick up the biggest pumpkin and drag it in the house for her. And then when she carves it up, the sissy that he is, he cries about it. Then we move on to good old Charlie Brown. And Lucy, as we see in every single episode and movie, tricks Charlie Brown into trying to kick the football. Now, I don't condone man-on-woman violence, but if he was just to stop and kick the shit out of that bitch, I don't think anybody would be that upset. At least we could all understand. So we see Linus writing letters to the Great Pumpkin, and of course his sister and Charlie Brown and Snoopy, and everybody makes fun of him. And we see everybody putting on their costumes, and Charlie Brown, being the clumsy ass he is, he can never get anything right because he's got like 20,000 holes in his costume. And Lucy, she decides she's going to dress up as a bitch for Halloween. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say bitch? I meant witch. But of course she states,
a person should always choose a costume which is in direct contrast to her own personality.
No, I think I was right the first time. It's bitch. So the whole gang goes outside as they see Linus in the pumpkin patch, and they all make fun of him for the fact that he's going to wait for the Great Pumpkin. But then Charlie Brown's sister Sally decides to stay and give up going trick-or-treating so she could stay the whole night with Linus and wait for the Great Pumpkin. Then we move on to a trick-or-treat montage where all the other kids get candy, but Charlie Brown constantly keeps getting a rock.
I got 5 pieces of candy. I got a chocolate bar. I got a quarter. I got a rock. I got a rock. I got a rock.
And the way everybody treats Charlie Brown in this show, I'm pretty sure that he'll be having plenty of rocks in the future. Now then we get one of the most memorable parts of the entire special, as we see Snoopy as a World War I flying ace, flying through the air having a fight with the Red Baron. And that's one thing I will say for the special, the artwork and the imagery is pretty amazing and holds up even by today's standards. I mean, just look at the blend of the colors and backgrounds. So the whole gang heads back to the pumpkin patch, and they ridicule Linus some more, and then they go have a Halloween party. They bring Charlie Brown over so they can draw a jack-o'-lantern on his head. What great friends he has. And we get to see Snoopy sneaking around and see some of that great artwork that I was talking about earlier. And we watch as Lucy's about to bob for apples, and one of her friends says the most amazing line because she basically predicts the future as to what Lucy will be doing her entire life.
Yeah, Lucy, you should be good at this. You have the perfect mouth for it.
Then she shares an apple with Snoopy and freaks out. Believe me, she's probably going to be kissing a lot more dogs in the future. So Snoopy rises up out of the pumpkin patch, and Linus thinks that he's the Great Pumpkin, and he faints. Then Sally gets pissed off, and she screams at Linus, and she leaves him there. I'm pretty sure this is a foreshadowing to the relationship they're going to have in the future. It's going to go something along these lines. Sally will be like, Linus, did you get the money for the rent? Yeah, baby, don't worry, I got you. I'll have the rent paid tomorrow. Now, are you sure, Linus? Because if we don't pay the rent, they're going to evict us. Don't worry, baby. Now, why don't you come upstairs with me? My Great Pumpkin's about to rise out of his pumpkin patch, you know what I'm saying? Fuck. You know, it's not like her brother's going to do anything. I mean, he's going to be spending most of his time in his adult life either being in jail or a mental institution by the way the whole fucking town treats him. So Linus waits in the pumpkin patch all night and he passes out. His sister, who finally decides to act like his sibling, goes out there and picks him up and takes him into the house and puts him to bed. It's about time, you dumb bitch, that you did something right. So then we end off, as most specials do, with Charlie Brown and Linus sitting on the wall discussing the events of the episode. And Charlie Brown states,
I don't understand it. I went trick-or-treating and all I got was a bag full of rocks.
Well, let me tell you something, Charlie. I'm pretty sure throughout most of your adult life, you're probably going to always have a bag full of rocks. Unless you just, move the fuck away. I really just don't understand with these Charlie Brown specials. I mean, is his mom the town whore? Does his dad constantly rip people off or something? Did the parents tell the kids, hey, make sure you treat that Charlie Brown kid like shit? I just don't know. So how does It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown hold up? Well, for a kid's movie, it actually holds up pretty well. Like I said before, the imagery is great. It has a very nice score to it. It's weird because it teaches kids that if you have a bald-headed kid in your group, that you should just make fun of him and practically ruin his life before it ever really gets started. But other than that, as far as kids' movies go, it's a classic and it's great. So I'm going to go ahead and give It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown 5 stars. So thank you for listening to the Derek Ruby Show. You can follow me on Twitter at Derek Ruby Show. You can follow me on Facebook at The Derek Ruby Show. Check out the Instagram, all the other social media platforms. And I invite you to come back here next time as we continue our Halloween month. Thanks for watching and have a good one.
Yeah, Lucy, you should be good at this. You have the perfect mouth for it.